Hey guys, I just wanted to make this quick video because I was having some interesting conversations with some of the patron members yesterday when we talked about what I'm going to be watching next. Um, so yeah, what I am going to be watching next is Show Me Love because I want to introduce myself to Engfa and Charlotte since they'll be in upcoming GLs this year and I haven't watched anything from them so far. So I wanted to introduce myself to them. I know they're very popular, and yeah, I'm also going to be watching Friendly Rivalry, the Korean drama. I mentioned to my patron members that although it's not technically labeled a GL, I think it's very important to show support to a still somewhat conservative industry like South Korea. I think any shows that center women or that feature relationships between women, whether that's platonic or romantic, I think that we should watch it and support it so that people know that it has an audience and that it's popular so that more can be made in the future. And I'm also going to be watching My Marvelous Dream Is You. And so we were having a very interesting discussion about the fact that I probably watched all the good shows so far, and I'm now going to be watching the bad shows. And I say this with in inverted commas. So I kind of wanted to talk about the language we use when we talk about acting, I guess, acting in general, but also when we discuss films or television series and anything like that, when we use words like good or bad. Uh, when I was studying drama at university, I did this all the time when I would discuss actors. I would say, oh, that's a good actor, oh, that's a bad actor, or that was a good film, that was a bad film. That's a good series, that's a bad series. And I think what we need to remember as audience members is that art, by its very nature, is subjective. So that means there's no right or wrong. It's not like mathematics where 1 plus 1 equals 2, and that's irrefutable. Art is very much subjective, so everyone has their own opinions on it. For some people, a certain actor is good, for some people, he might be bad. Who's right or wrong? No one, because it's subjective. Like, I think personally that Kate Blanchett is a terrific actress. She's probably my favorite actress, but some people might think that she's a bad actress. Again, who's right and wrong? No one, because it's just a matter of opinion. We all like different things. So I just wanted to make it clear to people that when the way I approach these GLs, when I watch them, I will never use language like this is bad acting or that is bad writing or that is bad storytelling or, you know, especially negatively. Like I might say that, oh, this is good acting, oh, that's good writing. But I think when it comes to the more, uh, when I want to talk about something that I didn't like, I would rather use language like I didn't like their acting, I didn't like the writing, I didn't like the storytelling, or this is what I would do different. So I just kind of wanted to put people at ease that when I talk about actors in these GLs or the writing or the storytelling, I will definitely refrain from using language like something was bad acting, bad writing. I'd rather just say I didn't like their writing, I didn't like their acting. And it's something that I've definitely tried to incorporate over these last 4 or 5 years, especially because, like I said, when I was at university, I definitely did use language like that's a bad actor, that's a bad film, that's a bad series. And again, it isn't because some people like their acting, some people like that film, some people like that series. And again, no one's right or wrong because it's just a matter of opinion. But yeah, I kind of just wanted to come on here and say that. Uh, I think I've mentioned before that GMMTV has a lot of criticism, and rightfully so. I think people who have been watching their shows for the past couple of years can speak more on that than I do. But I think really when it comes to storytelling and casting, they are probably doing the best job so far. And now I was joking with one of the Patreon members that I've probably started with all the good shows now, and I'm going to be watching the bad ones. But I don't look at it like that. I think every show, even though maybe the upcoming shows, I might not be a big fan of all the writing or all the acting or all the choices that they made. I think it's still good that these shows exist, and I think I've mentioned before, the more get made, the better they'll be. The better they'll be in quality, in the writing, the acting, the production. All of that will just get better and better as more of them get made. So even though some shows might not be as well written or as well acted or as well produced as some of these others that I've watched, I still think it's important to watch them and show support and maybe give some criticism, you know? Art is there to be investigated. It's there for us to interpret any way that we want. And yeah. So I just wanted to say that, you know? Rest assured that I will never say that someone is a bad actor or bad writing or bad storytelling. That is not my intention by watching these shows. So, yeah, I hope you all enjoy the upcoming reactions with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.